Yes.
Yes, good morning everybody. We're here this morning on this final day of the TBC Leadership Conference, an unprecedented event that's held at the Alotau International Hotel. We have our guest speaker here from the Republic of South Africa, the Honorable President, Mr. Lawrence Butana Maluleke. I'd like to hand it over to him now to say a few words before he departs and leaves the shores of Papua New Guinea back to his home in South Africa.
Thank you, sir. It was our great honor in RSA to accept us with warm welcoming hands, though along the way we had some delays and challenges. That's part of our way of life. We all understand that no road was ever smooth, but finally what was proposed to be it actually took place, not through our strength or power, but through Jehovah's power. But if the whole arrangement was anti-human, of course it wouldn't have taken place. In our hearts, it's so treacherous, and we decide through our hearts which is what is good, what is bad. And if you have an agenda or a mission, Jehovah already knows, so you won't prevail. Yeah.
That's right.
You can ask a criminal. A criminal will tell you better, because they forever claim that Jehovah hears their cries, but they don't, because they don't even know when are they going to be caught. If they were so intelligent, they would have known that, on this mission we're going to be caught.
Right.
But with ours, because we mean no harm to humanity. We mean no harm even to the elite, guys. Believe you me.
That's right.
But I don't know what is that they see in us. They are so worried. They are so scared.
So intimidated.
We don't have weapons of mass destruction. We fight no one. What we are claiming, actually, it's what belongs to us through Jehovah God, abundance and prosperity. So we mean no harm to anyone globally. That is why wherever we arrive or wherever we go with this mission, we prevail, and we did prevail before, and we will still prevail. So to all my brothers here in Papua New Guinea, and to the rest of the world, where the Billion Coin has reached the hearts of the communities, and even where we haven't reached the communities as yet. Believe you, we are coming, and we're going to help you out to understand and see your potential. I would say the world is taking another direction, so we would love to move with the multitudes of all communities around the globe in order for us to eradicate this monster called poverty that's going to be globally. So I don't know if maybe there is some more questions from our brother Chris.
Yes. Yes, Lawrence, I have a number of questions for you. The first question probably would be, in the PNG, Papua New Guinea context, what do you feel is the greatest challenge or obstacle at present that faces not just the community but the development of TBC within the nation?
True. What I've picked up a few days after I've arrived here, it's not as challenging as like in other countries. That challenged, after a couple of days, we managed to get a solution through their welcoming hearts. So to me, Okay, to some of my brothers here in the leadership, it was like, this is a serious problem. But when I looked at it, I spoke to our brothers here and leaders that, no, this is not a challenge. We're going to apply this. Let's engage everyone and give task to everyone. Since we already had our first leadership training. So what was lacking is the leadership skills and the training. But I strongly believe that from now on, all will go well. And the very same members who had those minor differences, who were on board yesterday, it was like nothing happened. So the problem was our communication and the leadership skills. But now they are well armed. Apart from that, I'm not gonna lie, there's nothing. And you are like a family. I so wish the entire world could actually apply that. I saw that myself, unlike being remote with you here in PNG, but I became close. I spoke to you, I touched you, I've shared much with you, so I know exactly what I'm talking about. You can even ask Randy Wilson about that, how we felt. The ground here is completely different, so I don't think we'll take that time to reach out other communities because you are really committed here.
Awesome. From your personal viewpoint, what opportunities are available here for someone, especially within TBC, you know, to really take hold of TBC and make it work for them? You know, what opportunities do they have here on the ground as a nation, as a people, that can really boost not just the morale but the economy within this area and within the nation itself?
I will be brief on that one. I would love to use a word. As soon as all, let's say, as soon as all are on board, that is going to be a deadly takeover. Not just in PNG, but the entire world. Actually, we are heading towards the deadly takeover. Because the world current systems, they've never cared for anyone. And remember one thing, there is no government in this world that will take care of its people under this corrupt system. It's nobody. So it is up to us people to go and reinstate what belongs to us. That is abundance and prosperity. So TBC is here for that. Yes, so I encourage all the communities here at home in PNG and around the globe to take TBC serious. Let us never divert anything from the guidance of our loving admin, but let's duplicate exactly what is been outlined from the code of the Bidon coin. Yeah.
Thank you, Lawrence. Another question. Just give us a bit of insight, or tell us a bit more about how you became part of TBC in the first instance. We know that you and other leaders are very passionate, and I've noticed one key element amongst all of you is your passion for TBC and to help people, to get out there, to speak to people. For you, what was it all about? What was TBC about to you?
Yeah. I would say maybe it's because of my patience. Someone once said to me, I have a heart of a lion. I said, wow, a lion? A lion is vicious. How could a human being have a heart of a lion? You know, that was a question that I asked myself. But sometimes there are things that we do in life, whether good or bad, but people are watching, the world is watching, and some they'll approach you for your good work, some they'll approach you for your bad conduct. So I did not take that into consideration about the heart of a lion, but it went on and on. People, they were praising that conduct.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was involved with quite a number of programs online, and I've traded Forex for almost 8 years,
mm-hmm.
while things were still good before the elite system came in and get a hold of the brokers. Now it is no longer like before. Things have changed. Stock exchange also trading shares for 5 years, and I met quite a number of people from different nationalities, different backgrounds. So I'm a person who love to ask questions, and I cross-question everything. That also helped me out to understand myself and have a broader picture on how to see if the program is good and if the program is not good. We have hives, we have traditional networks, we have trading companies, we have multi-level marketings. Well, as a networker, at the end of the day,
that's right.
You put your foot in all of them, but you know that one will sustain, one or two. Yeah. So with TBC, all was different. The approach, the program itself, and whatever I was asking, I got answers, and it went as far as for me to leave the Republic of South Africa, and I had this thing of saying, you know, I feel like going to Southeast Asia, where TBC was launched for the first time. I love to see how they do things, and I love to meet the leadership there. It came. That's what I'm saying. It's different, completely different from other programs. Then when I arrived there, it was also welcoming, like here at home, and I stood there over a month and asking questions, though the language was a little bit different, but we managed to get along. So after that, I became more interested. Then when I returned home, of course, there were already grounds where we started building the communities, and people then, they decided that I should take the lead. But according to me, if some of them they remember in South Africa, I didn't like to be on board as the TBC president. I insisted to other leaders and members that for a change, since TBC has already appointed male leaders, why don't we change a bit? Why don't we vote for she, which is a female person, to change the, to blend everything. So, but of course, it was before the elections, and it was difficult for some to accept it. When you look at their reception, wow, especially us men, they couldn't answer. It was like I said nothing, they didn't hear anything, Our current secretary of TBC in South Africa, I proposed that she could be one of the candidates, as you have seen on the preparations for SA elections. She was also there, but it was different. I thought maybe I would say they've cheated me because I thought we were gonna vote for her, but at the end, I got a correspondence from the admin that congratulations. I said, oh, I thought it was her. Then when I look at there, I saw my name. I said, what did he do? And then I went to her, I asked her, what did he do? She said, no, we've decided to put you at the forefront to lead us. I said, but it was supposed to be you. She said, no, you take the lead. Then we will see sometimes. I said, oh, okay, fine. So it was people who decided to vote for their president. In all the videos, before the elections, during the campaigns and etc., everyone would have posted his or her own video.
That's right.
Of course they did. And in all my videos, if I remember very well, not even one of those videos I have mentioned that please vote for me. No. If something is going to happen, it will happen. How? Only Jehovah God knows. Yeah. After that, there will be oppositions, of course, from all angles. But if that thing was Jehovah's God plan,
yes, if it is appointed and
there's no man who's going to change that. So I have a love of the billion coin, believe you me, and communication, everything, other leaders, and I also thank the leadership in the Philippines to guide us and train us and give us all the best they can in order to prepare us for this mission. And in all our press conferences, meetings, presentations, we don't forget to mention them. Now you also on board, you made us proud that what we did in our country, it's really a good thing. So we were invited here at home, so we'll duplicate exactly what we have been taught, nothing else. Yeah.
Yes. Awesome, thank you, Lance. Just one more question. I know we've shared a bit throughout the number of days that you've been here, and I'm sure I've learned a few things from you. Obviously, you're a very wise person. You're a very learned and an experienced person and a good leader, and you've displayed some of those traits during your time here. I know you've now come to meet our president in person. I know you've only seen him on the internet or via chat rooms. What is your impression of him, and how do you what are your impressions of his leadership and his role here in the country as our president?
In brief, I'll say, if we can have a strength to take out hearts of a human being and put them on the scale and weigh them, his heart, you can eat it. You can actually, our brother's heart, Michael Elu, if we can take it out and put it on a scale, you can love his heart. He is very passionate, patient and soft-spoken. First time when I saw him online, I didn't understand him. But now I'm here, I spoke to you, I managed to shake his hand. He's
you see the reason behind the reason.
Reason behind the reason. Yeah. He's Michael Elu, and you cannot offend him, even if he's down. But his reception remains the same, and he is a good leader. And I so wish that I don't love to go politically, but the world requires leaders like Michael, very passionate, and with
selfless.
your support, exactly, with your support and everyone in PNG, you will still make everything possible. Yeah.
Awesome.
So he's that kind of a person.
Thank you.
I saw him myself, and if someone comes to me and start lying about him or saying an opposite about him, I will arrange the ticket flight for that person to come home and meet Michael in person.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay, maybe a last one last question, or maybe you could add something afterward.
Okay.
Before coming to Papua New Guinea, I know Randy had no idea where Papua New Guinea was on on the map. What did you know about Papua New Guinea before you actually accepted your invitation to come here? What was your impression? What were your expectations before coming to Papua New Guinea?
Okay. A little bit. You have noticed that in all my speeches, I mentioned northern part of Australia. Yeah. In passing, I said, "Oh, there's PNG. and I love to do a research. I love to do that, self-taught and etc. I don't wait for someone to come and tell me certain things. But if here's something, I go online. Today, technology has made things easier for us. It has brought education into our homes. So I checked, it's nothing part of Australia, okay? There's this Sydney, you name them. But now the question was, what is the difference between PNG and Australia? It looks like there's a border now here. But according to my understanding, it was one, I'd say, one admin sort of. Yeah. I went on. Now I started with PNG. Then I started following up a little bit of history. That is why when I started sharing with you, I mentioned that you had independence 1975. From who? Because now I needed clarity. Yeah. So what I understood or what I knew about Papua Guinea to this day, it had an independence, but I was not sure from the British first or from the Dutchmen, same Dutchmen who colonized RSA, same people. Now, until I got a clarity at home. So, but I didn't know much to that extent that people here have good hearts, are welcoming, and I never thought that I'll find myself in this region, but I knew there is PNG. Yeah, I googled a lot about it, and I googled also about the Australia, and Australia, of course, it's known that before it was Australia, the convicts were, how can I put it, were dumped there.
That's correct.
Yeah, because they were convicts from UK. So, it's a very interesting history. I encourage everyone to read about it. And some of my people, they ask me, please also send us the greetings to our loving brothers, the Aborigines, something like that. So it was, some they would say, hey, those people are very violent, things like that. But it was all those questions, and so if you haven't seen the place, if you haven't been there, it's different when you're there. When you're there and when you're not there, these are two different things. Go there, explore it yourself, and meet the people. Then you will give a different picture to the world. In all the continents, all the countries, we have good and bad.
That's right.
So that we know. And Papua New Guinea, it's a very beautiful country. I dream of one day, since I'm being a part here now of this family, to bring much investment in this country and building this country together with you, and also transferring the same idea into South Africa and the rest of the world. That's what TBC has taught us.
Awesome. Thank you, Lawrence. Well, before we conclude, do you have any final remarks, anything you want to, or any advice or encouragement you'd like to give to our community within Papua New Guinea before you leave our shows?
I would love to say the first leadership training in Papua Guinea, it's not duplicable. You cannot duplicate it.